Hey TC, you better hurry up with your Batman Recast video. I know. Jeez. No, really. Grace Randolph just tweeted out that the casting's gonna be coming really soon and it's gonna make your video irrelevant. What the? I mean, it's okay. Because in my video, I'm casting the Batman rogues who I think would be the best for the roles, and they're probably gonna end up being 10 years older than anyone who's actually cast because they're going with Robert Pattinson's Batman. Still, do you want another recast video to flop just like Carnage did? Fine. What's up guys, TC here, and I love Batman, and I love Batman's rogues. And I want you guys to go over to Twitter and hit up Grace Randolph and say, thank you Grace for getting TC off his ass to make this video. Because in part 1 of this video, I'm giving you TwoFace, Catwoman, Bane, Penguin, and Riddler. And part 2, you're gonna get 5 more. But if you guys want to see more videos like this from me, show it some love, hit that thumbs up, share it around. All you people on Reddit, they don't like when you post your own stuff, so if you could do me a solid. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy it. So without further ado, here is part 1 of my Batman Rogues Recast video.
And here we go.
Fat bird would never get invited to a party like this. Not with those clothes, that waddle, those flippers.
Did she mention my fine Roman nose?
I'll take care of the squealing, wretched, pinhead puppets of Gotham. I didn't say that.
But it is necessary. It calls attention to the unhealthy state of things. I mean, the only cruelty I see is you submitting your audience to a dull, trite, and utterly unconvincing performance. Not for one moment did I believe you were a tree.
Now the hip and more popular choices for Penguin these days are Josh Gad, who recently came out on Twitter and said, nope, he's not going to be Penguin, he just like messing with people, and Jonah Hill, considering that Matt Reeves has elected to go with a younger Batman in Robert Pattinson. But I'm not going to go that route. I'm going to go with none other than Alfred Molina. Many of you guys might remember Molina as, I mean, how could you forget, Dr. Octopus in Spider-Man 2. Molina just looks and speaks like Penguin. Watch some of his interviews and you can definitely picture him playing the older, more classy, or as classy and high society as Penguin can get version of Oswald. The reason why Molina is my runner-up and not my first choice is because he's pretty tall. He's 6'2", and I don't know how I feel about a Penguin who isn't really on the short side. But Molina definitely has the nose, the speech, and the roundish figure that really scream Penguin. Not to mention, he's proved he can portray a menacing villain as he did for Spidey.
When you walk, you look just like a penguin.
No, nobody's ever told me that.
How's that?
Sticking with an older Penguin, my first choice would be Paul Giamatti. Let's give Giamatti a second chance at a comic book character, shall we? Oh wait, did you forget who he played?
Yeah. Never!
His Rhino was terrible, but that probably wasn't even his fault. Paul is a fantastic actor, and I can easily see him playing the outstanding citizen, the monocle-wearing gentleman that he loves to tout to the public on how he has been reformed from his crooked past. Visually, I can see Paul pulling off the look from the Arkham video game series with the patchy hair on both sides of his head, the heavy fur collar rocking the monocle. The Penguin has always felt like a bit of a Weasley character to me, and Paul Giamatti, in my opinion, is the perfect actor to pull off that Weasley vibe. Paul is also around 5'7", and he has sort of a Humpty Dumpty type figure that would fit well for the Penguin. So Paul Giamatti is my #1 choice for Oswald Cobblepot, aka the Penguin.
What do you think, Batman? Do you... What?
think you're right about one thing, Robin. Whoever did this was tough. This was done with bare hands.
Beg for mercy! Scream my name!
So Bane is freaking tricky. Either you have some musclehead in a mask with minimal acting skills like Bane in Batman and Robin, or you have a phenomenal actor who doesn't really fit the Bane model in terms of that larger than life size like Tom Hardy in The Dark Knight Rises. That being said, I think CGI is going to be needed to really get the desired effect from Bane that we want, from enhancing the actor's muscles and size to making the veins seemingly pop more, or even animating the venom coursing through Bane's tubes. CGI is advanced enough these days to be able to give us a very comic accurate version of Bane that we love.
Turbo! Show off for daddy!
So, my runner-up for Bane would have to be Half-Thor Bjornsson, or better known as the Mountain from Game of Thrones. I know what you're thinking. But you just said that they didn't need to be big because they could just use a CGI body. Yeah, that's true. But I feel like you would need to have some type of frame to build off of or enhance, and this dude is a behemoth. He played a terrifying killing machine in Game of Thrones, and no doubt gave me Bane vibes. Another question to ask is if are we going to see Bane with his mask on or off? Some people might not be fond of Half-Thor's voice, but if we're getting a Bane with his mask exclusively on, then the actor could use some type of voice modulator to emulate a voice more suited for Bane. Speaking of Bane's voice.
I'm in charge.
Do you feel in charge?
I've paid you a small fortune.
This gives you power over me?
What way would that be? I seen you was from Dallas.
What business is it of yours? Where I'm from? Friendo.
Javier Bardem played one of the most intimidating villains I've ever seen in Anton Chigurh from the movie No Country for Old Men, and I have no doubt that he'd be the perfect Bane. That voice, man, I can hear him now.
I will break you.
In his menacing accent. When I think of a Bane voice, I actually refer back to Batman the Animated Series, and I'm not talking about the early versions or the early seasons because admittedly it was a bit over the top and goofy at times, but after they revamped the character models, Bane went all S&M mask, but his voice was perfection.
Though I was hoping for more of a fight. But what could I expect from a killer of children?
As I think Javier Bardem's voice would be perfection. As far as Javier's build, I think he would have to bulk up as much as humanly possible in the time frame that they allot him, to do it naturally. That way, any needed enhancements with CGI and special effects would look more seamless. So Javier Bardem is my #1 choice for Bane.
Still working.
Oh shit. It's a bit awkward. I signed in at your hand scanner at the beginning of the entrance.
Access denied. Access denied.
I was supposed to have this place for 2 hours. Didn't think you'd be back. I did like your Batman v Superman scene, the warehouse. I thought that was one of the best Batman choreography fight scenes ever. But I don't think there's a very good chance that you're gonna be Batman ever again.
If we believe there's even a 1% chance, we have to take it as an absolute certainty.
Absolute certainty. Okay, I'm gonna get back to my video now.
The random toss. The only true justice. Let's see what justice has
will be no downfall. I am the law.
For now. But regimes change.
My runner-up for Harvey Dent / Two-Face is none other than Star Killer himself, Sam Witwer. Aside from starring in one of the best Star Wars games that people still obsess about today, Pod Racer, he's also been very much involved in DC properties throughout the years. I mean, the dude was Davis Bloom, aka Doomsday in Smallville, and more recently played Agent Liberty in Supergirl, so this dude is no stranger to the DC universe. I think Sam would be an excellent Harvey Dent and Two-Face. That's the thing, whoever gets the role needs to be able to pull off both Harvey Dent and Big Bad Harv, the other side of Harvey Dent, the Two-Face side. Witwer just has that rough look about him, like he has the potential to have that inner dark side hidden deep within. As far as the looks go, he's a dead ringer with the hair to match. He also gives me that scummy politician vibe as well, so I think he'd be a great fit.
The world is cruel, and the only morality in a cruel world is chance. Unbiased, unprejudiced, fair.
Song is over, baby. I'm afraid you still have to face the music.
If you rip Harvey Dent straight off of the comic pages, you have John freaking Hamm. John Hamm was born to play Two-Face. His whole career, it seems like it's been leading up to this very moment in my hypothetical reality, of course. I may or may not have binge-watched all seasons of Mad Men and thought to myself every time he showed up,
look at him, he'd make a freaking perfect Two-Face.
Don Draper is a character who is a facade to the world. A man who is living a double life, literally showing the world one face while dealing with the inner demons of another. From ad man to scumbag in his most recent role, Baby Driver. Just watch the damn clip.
You did good, kid. But you took something away from me that I love. You know I gotta do the same.
Guess you just have to watch. Do I even need to say any more? No, I don't think I will. So John Hamm is my #1 choice for Harvey Dent, aka Two-Face. Let's make a hashtag out of this. Hashtag Harvey Hamm. Hashtag John Dent. F it. Hashtag I believe in John Hamm.
Meow.
Damn. Okay, where was I? Oh, right. Eiza Gonzalez is my runner-up for Selena Kyle, aka Catwoman. 1, she's beautiful. 2, she's sexy. 3, she just gives off that vibe that she would be able to use that sex appeal to get what she wants, similar to how Catwoman constantly manipulates Batman into not locking her crazy ass up. Eiza's performance in Baby Driver opposite Two-Face, I mean John Hamm, is amazing, and she played that perfect Bonnie to Hamm's Clyde. As far as looks go, Eiza is a dead ringer for some iterations of Catwoman. The one distinct feature that I think I need to see with Catwoman are the piercing eyes. Catwoman in the comics has the mesmerizing green eyes, and if Eiza has to put on some sort of blue or green contacts, I'm all for it.
Good night, Mr. Wayne.
Speaking of piercing eyes, the actress who should play Catwoman is none other than Olivia Wilde. TC, what's this fascination with Catwoman having piercing eyes?
TC, son, open up the door right now. What are you doing in here? Why do you have the door locked? It's just Batman. See, it's just Batman. Adam West, 66. Shark repellent? You old chum? Okay, don't forget to take out the trash.
Yeah, you guys all have Michelle Pfeiffer to blame for that. Olivia Wilde has been in many casting rumors about playing Catwoman for years now. I think it's time we give her a shot at it. She's still in excellent shape, and she has that slender fit body that just screams, "Pick me, I'm a jewel thief." The movie A Vigilante,
The movie's called A Vigilante.
recently came out in 2018 and is basically Olivia training to be Catwoman. Not to mention those eyes, those piercing eyes.
Those eyes!
So Olivia Wilde is my number one choice for Selena Kyle, aka Catwoman.
Who invited you? You know what happens to gate crashers? They have to match wits with the Riddler.
Okay guys, so for just this one, I'm going to cheat and I'm going to give you guys two different runner-ups because I just couldn't decide which one to leave off.
Nigma. Edward Nigma.
But you can call me
The Riddler.
It's not about making money. It's about taking money. Destroying the status quo. Because the status is not quo. I'm talking about an overhaul of the system. Putting the power in different hands.
The first runner-up is none other than Neil Patrick Harris, who also goes by NPH. You guys might think that this is a joke, but really think about it. There are two different schools of thought when it comes to the Riddler and how he should be portrayed on the big screen. You either have a narcissistic, cold, and calculating Riddler, or you have the flamboyant, theatrical Riddler, similar to how Jim Carrey played his version.
Can we all agree that this was just Jim Carrey playing Jim Carrey?
If you've seen the show How I Met Your Mother and his performance as Barney Stinson, then you know he could definitely pull off the flamboyant, theatrical side of Riddler. But I think NPH has the acting ability to be able to play the more serious and extremely intelligent aspect of the Riddler as well. My second runner-up for the Riddler is Jude Law. Look at this image. Just look at it. I remember the first time I ever saw this picture and I was like, holy that is Jude Law. Now you have to remember, movies like Alfie and Closer were very popular at this time, and you could say that the whole idea for this video started with this one image all those years ago. Who rocks a bowler hat better than Jude Law? Now, does he choose roles based on whether or not he'll be able to wear a bowler hat or not? I'm gonna guess not, but he's always embraced his infamous receding hairline. Jude Law would definitely pull off the bowler hat Riddler look, and let's not just skim past the fact that he's a phenomenal actor and he has played many different roles throughout his career. In my opinion, Marvel wasted him and wasted his potential by casting him as Jan Rog in Captain Marvel. Jude deserved better. Check him out in Road to Perdition. He plays a hitman who's trying to track down Tom Hanks' character and really shows his range and that he can play a dark and relentless villain.
Take all the pills you want, Ed. I'm only getting stronger.
and the fun begins!
You need to face it, pal. The only way you'll get rid of me is to kill yourself.
Whose is that? Whose phone is that? Next person whose phone rings has to eat it!
Jessica. Yeah, bro, that David Tennant. The David Tennant who portrayed one of, if not the best villain in any of the Netflix shows.
Along with Kingpin, okay?
Imagine what David could do as the Riddler. He's already proved himself worthy by delivering a standout performance as a sadistic and mentally abusive Kilgrave. In my opinion, he was one of the best parts of Jessica Jones Season 1, stealing absolutely every scene he's in with an intense and captivating presence.
If you'd let me rest, I could focus better.
Dad? Go to the blender.
Stop there.
Are you focused? Still need a little nap time?
I can already hear him saying, Bruce, toying with him as they play mind games back and forth, and him getting visibly upset when Batman solves his riddles. Tennant is no stranger to colored suits either, as he sported a slick purple one in Jessica Jones. Turn that sucker green and you have your perfect Edward Nygma. So David Tennant is my #1 choice for Edward Enigma, aka the Riddler.
All right, well, I'm kind of done here, Ben. You can have the space back. No hard feelings or anything like that. You know, we got to move on. You know, get some fresh blood in there. But I really appreciate everything you did with the character. Really did. Oh crap, Ben. Can you delete my browser history? Dang it! Now he's gonna know I hated BVS.